Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get into our celebrity tarot card reading with Chris Jericho, who is a WWE wrestler, singer, and an actor. Right after you hit subscribe, and I'm going to get these cards all shuffled up. We're going to find out a little bit about the wrestler, a little bit about his career, just kind of going over all the overall astrology, and then we will get into his current energy and into his reading. Just general read. This was a request from one of my subscribers, so thank you so much for that request. I love doing these wrestler tarot readings. I do. I don't know why, I just do. But yeah, I found some of them kind of difficult to get through. I was going over them actually because this one popped up and then it actually kept popping up on the news. And so I just went and I looked over at some of those readings, and some of those readings were really difficult to get through. I don't know why. There's just some heavy duty living with these wrestlers, which is nice. It makes good for a reading. So anyway, let's get into his astrology, and then we're going to find out a little bit about Mr. So he is Chris Jericho. He was born in New York, United States, November 9th, 1970. Christopher Keith Irvine was better known by the ring name Chris Jericho. And this is a Canadian-American professional wrestler, musician, media personality, actor, author, and a businessman signed to WWE. He's best known for his time in Extreme Championship Wrestling and the World Championship Wrestling, and internationally in Canada. I did this yesterday. I keep calling it Canadian. Canadian? Okay. Never mind. Okay, so internationally in Canada, and German, Japanese, Mexican promotions. He's also known for his over-the-top rock star persona, dubbed the Ayatollah. I don't know if I said that right. The Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. Yeah. And for contrasting run as an aloof manicured villain in the late 2000s and early 2010s, Jericho has won 30 championships between WWE, WCW, and ECW. The three most prominent American promotions in the 1990s and early 2000s. He is credited as far as being the first undisputed WWE champions. And so the list goes on and on. He's even headlined for pay-per-view, WrestleMania. He's a vocalist also in a band, and that's a heavy metal band. So he was the lead vocalist, and the band's name is Fozzy, and this is 99. That was kind of the last that I was talking about this, but yeah, I think so. Anyway, his sun sign is a Scorpio, his moon sign is a Pisces, and his birth path is a 1. Okay. So we are going to get into his reading. I did find in the current energy, there's a lot of manifestation happening. He's fixated on some goals. He's really focusing any spiritual or any energies at all. They're going to be put into this, whatever he's manifesting. As far as it's 5, yeah, it's definitely into change, some sort of change, something really stable. And he's just kind of cycles of life right now. And I feel like there is a new beginning ahead, or he's ending something, so that these life cycles, these eventual things that do happen all the time, I feel like this is definitely something that he's just kind of moving through, and it's not like super resistant. He's just really, really easygoing in the flow of things. Just kind of like, just natural, very natural. And by the ending of this current energy, there is definitely some sort of peace or balance in a connection or some sort of partnership, maybe some sort of relationship, however that might unfold. What I think anything that can be done right here will be kind of like just surrendered to. So anything that can be done in a relationship or anything that can be done inside of a collaboration of two people, if it hasn't been done, it's just going to stand in the way. So why not let's just do this type of thing. Okay. Just kind of getting that from the current energy. I don't know what any of that means yet, but we will find out through this tarot card reading. So confirming through, finding out the situations, challenges, any focuses that come out, anything in the recent, hold on. Oy. Okay. So got our 4 of Wands, the World reverse, the Wheel reverse. Situation currently is just a celebration. This is something that is stable, it is secure, it is adventurous, it's exciting. There's a lot of meaning that is running into this. So whatever that might mean, it is super inspiring. And this is probably that manifestation stuff. This is definitely something that he is seeking. It is something that he's intuitive with. So however or whatever this might run with, this could be work, it could just be spiritually, it could just be like something that he's passionate about. But whatever this is, it is utilizing a lot of personal energy, and he's putting a lot of things into this, but it brings a lot of contentment at the same time. The challenge here is lack of accomplishment, or, it hasn't quite gotten into a place where it is accomplished or fulfilled. So he's just not on the upside of that yet. And this is kind of something that surrounds his world, especially currently, and it is something he's deep in right now. So any completion or accomplishment has not happened yet because it has not fully, gone around the world yet, so to speak. So again, this has to do with this new beginning, whatever that may be for him. So again, it could be just anything as far as like putting action into something. It could be something he's passionate about, something he's working on, passion project maybe, or just work in general, okay? And anything that was going on in the recent past, something that had to do with a new beginning that didn't progress very well. There was a huge change or shift or conflict because there was actually something going on as far as being very unlucky when it was happening. So it was just like kind of faded though. So it was karmic. This was something that, like a learning lesson, whatever this was, it felt very unlucky at the time. It felt like, there was no forward movement or no action put into whatever this situation might have been. What was the situation at hand? Okay. So ego is coming up. So the situation here is just kind of the materialism, the ego of things. So again, this is something that happened in the past, and it was something that was unstable at the time and kind of caged him in, really, because he's one to not be caged in. He is a go-getter. He's moving all the time. He's working all the time. He's really good at what he's doing. He's very professional at what he does. I feel like this is very strange because in the past, it's just indicating the luck that was not there, or the progression or the forward movement or the action. It was not there because it was being blocked with illusion, or thinking, materials would be okay, or money would save the day, or, whatever that might mean. I feel like he was very protected in this moment. This could have been just like in a time where things were really chaotic. Things could have been like feeling like they were lost, if that makes sense. So whatever was set free was done really nicely, but it was like a huge learning curve, whatever this was. Okay. So it was very unstable. It was very, very unsecure. It didn't make any sense at the time. It probably makes sense if you were to look back on the situation, but again, it just kind of caged him in, just kind of like caging him in, thinking that money or materials would be sufficient in this situation. But the illusion and the dependency on something here also probably really like made things very uncomfortable. So it was a huge conflict, kind of just surrounding the ego and thinking that your light is brighter, and just not understanding that it's there for a reason, though. So that was the missing aspect in the scenario or the situation. Okay. The exterior of that situation, anything that was the root of that situation, could have had to do with a Queen of Air in reverse. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that it was a female or a male. It just, that's what's coming up. So just like it was lack of experience, maybe in his division or whatever he did as far as his work, because he is very brilliant. He's very smart. He's very intuitive, and he's very funny. But at the time, it was like he was lacking experience. He was lacking the knowledge, or, lacking even being logical in the situation or rational. It's just like, I feel like there was just conflict after conflict after conflict, and that, the guilt built, and it built anger. Okay. That's all I'm feeling. And this explosion of ego, whatever that might be for, I don't really know. I just know that it's lack of communication, something that was not seen by us. It was probably unseen by the people that were around him even. So again, it just had a whole bunch to do with like not really knowing or understanding who he motherfucking is. Because knowing who he is and becoming somebody that people really, really see, and he's really, really famous for that, comes with older age. So the older he gets, the more famous he'll get, or the more known. Okay. Let's get into anything that is upcoming. So anything upcoming, he has some sort of Queen of Water. This person is probably unaware. So something unseen here with this person in specific. This person doesn't necessarily have to be a love situation because it's not coming up as a love situation, but it is a connection and it has to do with love. It has to do with giving. It has to do with somebody who's psychic or, super connected and intuitive. Whoever this person is, there's definitely some sort of maybe neglect or intensity on their end. They're not aware though. They're not aware. They could even be needy or need something, or needy in the sense of like they need things all the time, or they need love, or they're too codependent. But I feel like this is a little less about relationship, because this is also dealing with his passion. It's also dealing with some sort of work that he does. I do feel like there's an overworkedness surrounding this person. So whoever this person is in the upcoming future, this person is extremely stressed. They're overworked. There is a huge imbalance kind of surrounding this person, and it's in his readings. So that's just making me feel like this could be family, or it could be a very close friend, because it's not coming up as love. This person has darker hair, glasses, maybe a nice touch of olive skin. This is so crazy, because when he was dealing with this person, initially, this person actually was in a different place. Yeah, they're just like, their face was down, like they're just exhausted, they're overworked, they're done with it. So this is coming to an ending. Whatever these burdens are, they are coming to an ending. So this is coming to a place, this exhaustion, this burnt out feeling, this almost dangerous side of life for them is coming to an ending. So there is some sort of ending coming in. Let's find out. I don't even know what this means, because this is a conflict, and it's not love. There's no love, but it's about love. Okay. So I got the moon in reverse. Okay. The root of the situation is some sort of revealing. Okay. And kind of anything surrounding this overworkedness. So something's coming to a reveal. So there's going to be messages coming in, or they could have already come in. And I feel like any intuition is definitely needed in this situation, because anything can come up, and it's just the illusion of things, or watered down thinking, or watered down facts, or thinking that something. Maybe this person just doesn't know what is actually going on, because whatever's going on, it's something to look over. It's just like definitely needing to be assessed, their scenario or their situation. And that's the deep roots of it. Is there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of panic, there's a lot of overwhelming feelings, sensations about the situation. So something that is underneath, hidden very well, but not obviously, because he's very aware of it. This is so weird. I don't know what this is. Okay, so what is this about? So this is about, again, looking over something or assessing something and finding a challenge, okay? And there is determination with this person, and this person is not as resistant or as bounce back as they think that they are, but they keep fucking fighting. They keep getting up and they're fighting, but they're not really bouncing back from anything. So the likely outcome or the likely action from him is that he's coming in with some sort of change, some sort of, it's weird. I don't know what that is. Because I feel like it has to do energetically, spiritually, or like passion wise. Because there's a lot of things that could, that are annoying in the scenario. There's a lot of things that feel like, even like there's a lot of competition, but those are no big deal. So like whatever he's coming in with, likely action, or whatever he's going to be coming in with, the perspective of somebody who's dealt with conflict, who's dealt with life and has all this experience, and he's coming in and he's holding up this change. So that's what the manifestation is. He's manifesting, he's changing something, and he's adding to the situation in which has challenge. It has lack of determination at the moment. The meaning, though, is pushing somewhere, and that would be into a very passionate, adventurous, very confident place. And that's going to be leaving. So there could even be somebody younger here. Okay. So anyway, the likely outcome is, again, with him and this other person just in a very confident place. Just this whole passion, work, project, spiritual push, whatever this is, it is bringing something of a learning. It's going to be a big learning thing. It's going to be a big stress relief, and it's going to take away all of the things that are hidden and making those reveal so that the things are a little bit easier here. Whatever that is, whatever these conflicts or these annoyances are, this burnout energy around or surrounding this person is kind of the idea or the goal or the focus for Chris, is what I'm seeing. But again, it has to do with work, adventure, spiritual, not quite sure. Let's find out. What is his power? I'm going to do all. Let's find out what his power is. I'm going to do one more shuffle. What is the power around him? Good Lord. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. He's compassionate. He's understanding. He has a lot of trust within him and around him. So he has connections. He's kind of like leading with his heart, always in charge in that sense. And this person is very warm, intuitive. Chris has a really nice, charming personal energy about him too. And he has a lot of purpose. And his purpose has a lot to do with love, okay? Being adaptable, being able to, deal with things that are connected, or he's empathic. He's feeling others. That's something that this person is doing. So it's coming off the power King of Waters. So I feel like with the King of Water, he's very grounded too. And it's just very nurturing and inviting. So anybody who comes around him, there's going to be a feeling of love. Okay. And it's going to feel reliable, honestly. Like he's always kind of assessing things in a very clear way. With the Two of Earth, the hopes that he has is to bring some sort of balance. And that could have something to do with the physical. It could have something to do with business, stability, just in general, as far as bringing something, adding to the playfulness of something here. So that is kind of the hopes that is around the situation, bringing some sort of balance and harmonizing something. And that's huge on his birth chart, is the power of balance and power of harmony. Those are very important tools in his life. I think that anything that goes into this is going to be extremely calm and serene when it does happen. But I think it's happening so that there is an experience of finances. It could be an experience of the ego. It could be an experience of just the exterior of things or materials, whatever that might be, because there is a light on that. There is a light on that. And there is an intensity kind of surrounding all of the things he's trying to bring to balance. I don't know what any of this means. This is so far out. A likely outcome here is to find a change and to get into these goals that this is coming. It keeps indicating goals, and the goals are to have a sense of purpose, to have some determination, to have something, personal energy that's really pushing a vision or expansion. And again, having to do with that adventure or business or just work in general. So spiritually, I just think that there's a huge vision thing happening here. And that's the likely outcome. Likely outcome is just having that experience of search and that empowerment and fulfillment that comes with that also. The fulfillment of love or relationships or connection, something serene, something feeling, something inviting. There's definitely... Last card, Seven of Pentacles. So an assessment, just kind of an overall looking at things, even bringing a message of some sort of investment business. This could be, some sort of like, here I'm kind of reflecting over something business-wise. So I don't know what any of that means, but whoever this person is or whatever he's dealing with here, it took a lot of patience to get where he is at. So it's bringing stability, though. It's going to transform something for this person or for him, and it's going to grow. It's going to come in like it was halfway done, but it's going to grow like a motherfucker. Sorry, I don't know what this is, but this is nice. This doesn't talk much about wrestling, but there's something that he is dealing with. Now, this person could be, again, family connection, could be a lover, romance. I think he is married, so it could also be his wife's situation or somebody he is just friends with, but it doesn't look like a married situation. I'm not feeling that at all. All right, so I am going to get out of here. Please go ahead, hit subscribe if you would. Thank you very much. Go ahead, like this video and share it to all your friends. Check out my social media in the details below. Go check out Hangman Tarot on the YouTube channel, Hangman Tarot. And again, my name is Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. Go ahead. click that bell so you don't miss anything. Have a beautiful Wednesday, y'all.